Welcome back to the WODprep podcast. I'm your host, CJ DePalma, with the better host, Claire Bays. Good morning.
Good morning.
What's up? What's up?
I feel like we've already just been like teed up for, well, I mean, it is what you put the title as, but I have many topics today that we can get into. And that obviously, inevitably, is going to be one of them.
Right. Yeah. Did you guys know? Fucking everyone. I was like, I feel like we should just pretend like, oh, did anyone hear that there's new people? It's like 12 podcasts in a row that just talked about it and commented on it, and everyone said the exact same thing for like 48 hours.
And now we're here to be the 13th.
That's right. That's right. It's just an interesting one. So pause. I was on Chris whatever's Besterfield's live the other day, and on his
on his YouTube channel?
Yeah, on his he has the actual names, not their tags. Like it's like their actual
It does seem to be channel specific. Yeah.
I know. I want to change it. I don't want this.
Well, I wonder if he uses live or StreamYard. I feel like he probably does, but I
don't like it. I want everyone's thing.
I agree.
Anyways, and I don't even know what we were just talking about. Yeah, exactly. So I think it's a fake. It's a fake.
I think we're a very entertained bunch.
Yeah.
Like we get a hold of something and we're like, oh, let's, beat it until it's absolutely dead. But I mean, it obviously, this is a big deal to us. And I think that as much as I say that, like you and I had a conversation about it last night, and your texts were clearly very passionate, and so were mine. Like, so we do care very deeply about these things. I want to, by the way, I see that Tristan's in here, and I want to come to something that he did in a bit, but I'm not ready to go there yet. So just hi, Tristan, if you're still here, heads up. And then this is funny from Sean. I saw this on Hiller Show, so I'm tuning in. Whenever you're like tuned into a Hiller Show and then you just hear your name and it's like, and it sounded like the craziest take, and I thought she was insane. And I'm like, did I do the math wrong?
I know.
I did do that really fast. So thank goodness I went back. And then he also taught me VODs, videos on demand. I didn't know, like he was like, oh, the VODs, she's considering. And I was like, huh? And I was like, oh, okay. So anyway, he taught me something.
But not lives.
Sure. Yeah. But anyway, thankfully the number, it was 1.75, not 1.78, but like close enough. Yeah. It was funny. Okay. There was also, let's see, Aaron, Mark, you might just pull that clip up from Barbell Spin if we want to go here. Mark Masteroff comments about CrossFit only being for the young, strong people who want to crush themselves is interesting as a potential partner in new ownership. Doesn't give much faith in the new direction. So that's funny. Kevin said, why is CJ on Claire's side? Yeah, sorry, I got here first. Yeah, you can switch it. There we go. Do we feel more at home now?
I didn't even notice.
I didn't either.
Didn't even notice.
Sean says, I agree. They need to swap back. Okay, guys, sorry. How dare we? You're pulling up the barbell spin thing?
Which one? Which one am I pulling up?
It's the most recent. It's a clip that he was able to pull from a 2018 conversation that Mark had, apparently.
Does he just like it's just like this library of old shit that he just finds? It's impressive how fast he can find information.
Just like any skill, you can develop it. And he's clearly spent some time developing this one. And we find it handy. So
into the industry and what they did, just to kind of get into maybe the business of that. And if you're very familiar with how they run their boxes and all that kind of stuff, and what your take is.
I think like curves, CrossFit, there's been concepts that
I love that he just threw that.
Combining curves and CrossFit in the same sentence is fucking mind-blowing.
I mean, it was funny.
Because we compare those two.
So they love that, by the way. Yeah. I mean, there's concepts that came out that hit a market that was underserved. And CrossFit's done a phenomenal job at attacking the millennial, let's call it, or I call it the 18 to 25, whose body can withstand that workout. I can't do that workout anymore. My back will jack in about an hour. But take my 16-year-old son, who can squat 425 at 16. I wasn't even doing squats then.
Wow.
Who can sit there and bench about 275 at 16 years old. CrossFit's the ideal workout for that young person.
So when his back is going to jack, or whatever that is that he said, the beautiful thing is we have CrossFit for that,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway, you want to finish it out?
That's competitive, that loves camaraderie and group, and likes that kind of that dungeon workout. And it revolutionized a lot of training, and it built bodies now where I can see people that walk up to me and shake my hand and go, "You're a CrossFitter, right?" Yeah. And you just see the body type that they've built from that powerlifting style of workout. But I think they did a phenomenal job opening up a new group of people.
Now, I'm curious to hear your take, because I know we've been talking a lot about the big box, but like as CrossFit sort of emerged into.
Did that restart?
I think so.
Okay. You can never tell.
Yeah. Would you like me to share thoughts?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. This was in 2018. And I think Vicky right here, good morning, Vicky. She says the amount of misunderstanding of CrossFit in the fitness space makes me a little crazy. And I just totally agree. Like there is those who do not know, which is most in the industry, really do not know, right? So this is an uninformed opinion 7 years ago. So to me, as much as it's like a funny clip, whatever, it's also to me not even remotely indicative of this guy's thoughts about CrossFit today, because of course, like that just told us that he has no idea what it even is. But that was 7 years ago. And so say he is in the conversation in some way, maybe hopefully he would have, I don't know, taken a look at the level 1 or something. And I realize that yet again, here I go being optimistic, but we have seen that happen where people do come into the ecosystem and then they actually wrap their minds around what CrossFit is and they have a very different perspective. And so anyway, it's just old enough that it is funny, it is entertaining, it is obviously uninformed, but it's old.
Yeah. And I think one of the biggest things that I'm seeing is like we say uninformed because like we know it differently, but I mean, I don't think we're ever going to be able to share the light like exactly what Avera says. Like I don't know if that's like should be the goal. It's like share the light of like it's this lifestyle. Like again, that's what Greg wanted. We wanted to share this like pure lifestyle change, but it's not why it got popular. It's just not. It's not, right? It will never be that reason. It got popular because Rich Froning looks like fucking Adonis, right? And so that is the goal. And I don't think we should continue to leverage that as like our main driving points to the public, but his view on it is very accurate from the comment. And just like someone said, I don't know, he wasn't talking bad about it. He wasn't, which is great. I mean, I think that's a good thing. But it's the general view. It's the general view from everyone that it's a younger person thing. It's competitive. You swing around and blah, 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 blah. And we know that it's not the case, but our goal isn't to try to convince everyone that's not in it that it's this new way of fitness and life and approach to nutrition and lifestyle influences and things like that. It's just to get them in the door with whatever we need to, and then let it do its job, which is what it does.
Yeah. Well, and we come back to like, why did we get into it, right? Like each one of us, everyone in the chat, the both of us have a unique reason why it drew us in. And so for me, it's safe to say that the base of the nutrition is not what got me to it. Or I'm sorry, the base of the pyramid nutrition
exactly
is not what got me to an affiliate.
And so before Avera and Vicky, right? If Claire, arguably the most optimistic CrossFit enthusiast on the planet, if her reason of walking in to a gym wasn't nutrition in the base of the pyramid, then it's no one else's. And I don't think that should be like the main focus.
Yeah, it was literally, they had a better quality of life than I had. They were fitter and that was attractive. So,
why did it draw me in? Well, I hated it with a passion. I was in the strength and conditioning world.
oh yeah, you were judging it.
And, you know, like you don't do power cleans for time, blah, 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 blah. Right. That's not what they're for. And so that was my initial thing. And I had friends that did it, and my body, like my bro bodybuilding friends from college, my fraternity brother, my best friend, best man at my wedding, started it, moved, and started it and came back, and I was working in a traditional gym, and we did something sort of like a filthy 50 feel of some like machines, knee raises and push-ups and a burpee variant, in even like cable row, you know, sort of something like that, chipper style like that. And I waxed them, and I was like, oh, this is kind of fun. I beat the shit out of them. And so then we had a guy coming in the gym early in the morning, firefighter, and he was a coach at a local gym and just sort of talked me into, hey, you should come try it out. I was like, all right, maybe I'll give it a try. It was like summer before PT school, and I didn't. It was just kind of stagnant in what I was doing.
He talked you into coming and trying it. Like, why? What did he say that got you as someone who wasn't a fan of it? What did he do that got you in?
Did
you just want to hang out with him? Did you think he was cool?
He was cool. Yeah, he was good. He was kind of yoked, you know, he was kind of shredded. And so I was like, I'll give it a try. And so I went. I don't even remember what we did. Everyone's like, oh, I remember my first workout. I don't remember my first workout. I don't know. It was probably something traditional. Like
for someone who remembers workouts, I'm quite
surprised.
I also don't know what I remember some early stuff, but
I remember the only things I remember doing JT. I remember doing Murph.
Oof.
Like at this gym. My first Murph, because I was doing push-ups a lot and running. I was a very good runner and push-up-er, and I could do pull-ups okay enough. And my first Murph was like unweighted or unvested partition, like 32 minutes. I never got faster. I never got faster than my first Murph ever. It was so funny.
So you had kipping pull-ups straight out of the gate.
Yeah. And good enough to do 5, 10, 15. Right. And so, anyways,
it's not is unpartitioned or is partitioned. Sorry. So anyway,
what happened?
Yeah. Sorry. I don't know. Maybe you already said that.
Right. And so anyways, my first week there, I lost my father suddenly. Like he died on like getting off the surgery table. And I was in a really, really, really bad spot. I had this big black lab named Leroy. It's my best friend. And I needed Leroy to be around me all the time. And I didn't want to be in the gym because I look like a spitting image of that guy right there. And so I just dove all in. I'd stay there for hours a day. And it was sort of my saving grace to, I don't know, not do really bad shit to myself in that summer. And then I went to Miami for PT school, and I joined CrossFit Soul, and you know, I was just around some of the best athletes in the world at that time. And then I just continued to fall in love with it. So anyways, that's what drew me in. So
ultimately it sounds like the starting point was a guy that you thought, like, I mean, obviously how beautiful that you knew that the tool was there for a hard time in life, which but it was a guy that you thought was cool, that looked jacked, that got you interested. You know what I mean? Like, I think it really is just, we're attracted to it. Yeah, get him, Hiller.
Maybe. Probably. I was like, I came in as a low bar squatter, and so I know it took years for me to get below parallel. I mean, I just couldn't even do it. Like I would just get stiff. So
I'm just looking. There's just a lot going on over here. Sorry.
Right?
It's So, it was a jacked, attractive dude. And then Kipping said something about, his second, let's see here, or third workout was Fran, couldn't kip, got capped at 10 minutes, now to 15. It took me 10 minutes to do half a Fran and I weighed 250. Like those are more typical first experiences. Yeah. I don't know. I don't remember my very first workout by any means, but I certainly remember the early days and like going in and there was one girl, Rachel Snyder, shout out anyway, that I was just like, and she wasn't the only one, but she was certainly like the one that I was just like, whoa. She moved very well in comparison to anything I'd ever seen in person. And of course she was in great shape, physically looked the part and performed the part. And I was like, that's cool. And then I remember very shortly after going, it was the open. And then we wound up like judging one another, partnering up for it. And I really tried really hard and it was really hard.
I think I really enjoyed early on Prike. I really, really liked program design and writing plans because I did that when we did the bodybuilding thing. And
so did you really quickly after getting in, take a look at because I mean, the way that obviously CrossFit recommends variance and so on was very contrary to what you had previously done programming wise, right? Did you quickly take a look at the level 1 to even like see that stuff, or what was, were you just like, did you know about the Hopper model or what?
No, not like that. I'm not until I took my L1 maybe 2 years later, but I coached almost immediately. I'd done so much coaching in general, in movement coaching overall in football and the strength and conditioning space and personal training and group training. And so, I felt like I had a really good grasp on how to cue and correct right away. And so when I moved to Miami, I was at another gym for a short time. And I started coaching almost immediately. The gym had just opened up and he needed some things or he needed some support and some help, and I needed a free membership. And so I did the 5 a.m. class. I coached the 5 a.m. class in PT school for like my first year. And so it was, that's how I got in. And then when I went to Seoul, Danny gave me a free L1 to, just because he's a good dude. And he was like, you got to bring all the beer for the after party. I was like, all right, that's cool. So that was what I bought $100 in beer. And that was how I paid for my first L1.
That's a steal of a deal.
Oh, so good. Because I wasn't coaching, but everyone there was L2 or L3 at that time.
Wow.
And so they didn't need, they would always give it to members. And so, Sean, this is actually fundamentally incorrect. In college, every athlete lifts all season unless their coach is vehemently against it. So just to be clear.
What do you think about this? CSCS basically means, I don't know.
I disagree. The CSCS is very in depth. Like it is.
I've obviously not taken it, but you have.
And so it's a very good certification and teaching tool. Now it doesn't directly relate to how applicable that knowledge is to an athlete, right? Like how well you're able to take that knowledge and apply it to a training design, right? But it is good. And a lot of the framework that we use in our principles is in that book, right? Like you can hate the NCSA or NSCA and whatever it is, that's fine. But training principles are still the same there as they are in CrossFit, right? As far as like how we design a plan and how you go in order of the plan, and how you train power, how you train speed, how you train endurance. Now, what isn't in there is how you train them all concurrently at the same time. And that's where variance comes in the Hopper model and things like that. So
I would not know. I haven't taken it. Vera says, Claire, you nailed a great point. My CrossFit journey exploded after I took the level 1. Not enough space to expand, but I think everyone in the CrossFit space should experience it. So then if we take this again to how do people get interested, whatever. But I mean, also how many, like I would say I mean, how many years in was, so been watching online, but then let's just go with when I actually joined and stayed at the affiliate, which is 2016, got my level 1 in 2020. So there's 4 years right there, where, and then even after the exposure to the level, anyway, but point being, how many CrossFitters don't understand CrossFit? So we get upset that other people don't understand CrossFit either. And so like, we know that it's a great workout. We're in community, yay, and that is amazing. Right. But then being able to take a look at that literature and have it be explained to you by Red Shirt and all that, like that is a really special experience. And just plugging the reality that like, I did get my level 1 and my level 2 with no desire to be a coach whatsoever. I just had been around long enough. I was like, I'm just curious,
Mm-hmm.
and then, the most recent level 3 as of this week, like that was yet again, that's just felt like the natural iteration of like, okay, well, you did this one and this one, and now it's time. Like this one's available to you. You've done the whatever requirements that need to be met to do it. And so let's go ahead, So anyway, yeah.
And so, yeah, Avera keeps coming back to this same topic of we don't market well, it's not sellable, and all of these things. And so this is sort of moving away from this point. But I don't think we need to. I just don't think we need to. I think we need to continue doing what we're doing. And someone made a comment, above of, our best marketing is us. Like we are CrossFit doesn't need to do that. Right. Like the video with Dawn and Zoa. Is that her name? Zoa?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Long
Just be a cool brand. Just be a cool brand. Just continue to be a good brand.
Well, and like I'll just like rat out what you said last night about how you were like, I honestly don't even mind the current situation because they're out of the way.
Whatever. Stay out of our fucking way.
Yeah.
Like, okay, we can't sell. Great. Berkshire, stay out of the way. Give medical society the opportunity to grow this thing. Right? Stay out of our way. Let Jenna do her job. Stay out of Dave's way. Let him do his thing. We are in the most momentum that we've been in 7 years, and it's not even a question. Right? And so were we bigger in 18, 19, 20, 21, 22? Yes. But the momentum from then was still shrinking. Right? Just the overall momentum of the sport from 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. It was still shrinking. Even though it was bigger, it was still just on a downward trend. And we are not on a downward trend right now in this moment for the first time in as long as I can remember. Arguably since August of 2018. Since then, it's been a downward trend. And I don't think we're in a downward trend right now.
I agree. JD Fit, your best marketing is having happy people, having a happy and healthy gym that others want to be like. Yes, there is a phrase that is in my mind in many things in life that I find very useful, and it is called attraction rather than promotion. Make it so attractive that they become curious. It's a pretty effective method.
Right. And then let us market it. Let the gyms market it.
Right, because you've become the one that's attractive.
Sean, I disagree with this wholeheartedly. CrossFit does need to make a bigger brand, the brand bigger. Go back to when Reebok CrossFit was everywhere. Find a brand that is used by a huge majority and partner with them. Reebok was a dying brand. CrossFit invigorated Reebok with the Nano single-handedly. No one bought Reebok clothes. They were terrible. They were always terrible. They were cool at the games because the color schemes were always wicked, but no one went out and really bought those. And so I disagree that that's what's needed, for, at least from an apparel concept. The only way that would ever be positive would be Nike at this point. Right. And that's
let's see. Here we go.
And so I don't think this is the case either. WFP again is a competition, and it is Adidas is not dumb. They can see the writing on the wall. Oh, the girl who won the first tour stop didn't do the second, got second or third, or isn't going to do the finals. Talking about Alex pulling out for personal because she has personal responsibilities. Not even, it didn't even say personal reasons.
Jake did share why. Her partner did share
why.
Oh,
did he? What was it?
Yeah, it was they actually have a very close family member that's got a terminal illness. I mean, it was a very real thing that he shared.
That's not to say that it wasn't, right? But it's clear that it is a devalued and deprioritized thing. When you listen to the Boys Interrupted, Justin and Jason said they weren't going to train until the middle of December.
That was actually crazy. This is one of the reasons Jenny is because wasn't she the one that like I listened to that and was not thinking about it. And then she brought that up in her update, I believe is where I saw that first. And I was just like, wait a second. They did say that, you know?
Yeah.
It's kind of wild.
So WFP, no one's going to touch that with a 10-foot pole with a lot of money, right? Adidas said they'd give them shoes.
Right. Well, and I mean, that's a partnership. That's a very low lift, you know, for a brand that size, that's literally nothing. Let's see here. Also, I just have to say CrossFit said make them so attractive make them so attractive. They become curious is how some lady got me to try CrossFit. And I just feel like CrossFit being whoever CrossFit is, that's a powerful confirmation of that approach. Anyway.
Are we joining the smear campaign? I don't know. Maybe.
That makes me think I could go back up to a starred one. Did you want to go there?
Sprague, sure. Pull whatever. Sprague said he had an advantage going into Rogue, but he didn't win Rogue. So, I mean, couldn't be that big of an advantage. I mean, I guess Jeff didn't either, right? So, it is what it is, right? We're going to find out in the next 2 months what that looks like. And it's not going to look good for WFP unless those contracts are all in the 6-figure plus range. And I don't think they can't afford it. So, not driving into that too far, but I just don't see that being. Are you frozen?
No, I'm thinking.
Weren't frozen. That was crazy. You didn't even blink.
I was deep in thought. Watch like Glinton things pull that or something and clip me because they always give me a hard time for my expressions. I have no idea what just happened with my face. Sorry.
No, you were just like
thinking,
and then you didn't blink. That was insane.
Okay.
I don't think anyone is arguing that it's fun to watch people compete. I think it is. I love watching people compete.
Right. I think that everyone, I believe, largely agrees that the whole issue that everyone seemed to have from the jump is like one of the pillars that this community finds to be quite relevant, and I would agree with, is integrity. And there seems to be a lot of confusion around that. So like, I don't know. I'm not privy to any of these conversations. I'm not right there having them, anything like that. But as an outside observer, like that is something that matters to us deeply. So if there really was this motive that this was the motive and then this was the communication and they were not at all the same thing, if there was deception going on, things like that, then like that would be unfavorable to what our values are, right? And so I, yet again, don't know that, but that's where so much of this has stemmed from the jump. I don't think anyone believes for a moment that we don't want to see CrossFitters do CrossFit that are good at it. Like we're here, we love it, you know? I think it has nothing to do with the lighting or anything like that. Not that, you know, whatever, that's the stuff we pick apart. But I really think, I don't know, it seems pretty obvious that everyone's gripe from the jump has truly been, we don't seem to understand what are you trying to do? And is it what you say you're trying to do? Or is it something that's behind closed doors?
I think CrossFit's saying no, the event, I think they are saying they did, no event came, there's grammar missing somewhere. I assume so. No came out. Right. Okay. And so they did so at the lowest point. They made themselves a target. Right. I understand. So it's clear, but the toothpaste is out of the tube. Like you can't put it back in. So they can't walk it back. They can't not be what they are. They have to hold strong in their desire to be an alternative, not in support with, not a, no other. Right. And so because of where they started with trying to be what they told everyone they wanted to be, there's no going back. There's no turning it into an exhibition. There's no walking it into something that it's lesser than. And it's like, oh, we're going to be in support of the CrossFit season, and this is going to be really good.
Well, and here's a crazy thing too. Like, CrossFit has a history of being known for not being collaborative. CrossFit in 2026 has plans to be more collaborative than any year in its history that I'm aware of. So if you wanted to be collaborative with CrossFit, it seems like they're more willing to play ball with those that are supportive to it than ever before.
100%. But I don't know if they're going to do it with WFP just because of the, like, how it became, right? I mean, it's clear.
Right.
Also,
correct. That's
Will is like
I have no idea.
He's missing right now. Those workouts are terrible. Come on, dude.
Oh, I haven't even looked at it.
Horrendous. It's a distance swim and then another swim event. It's just terrible. Like, it's bad. It's not even. It's not even not good. It's just bad programming. So, anyways, you said you wanted to pull something up that was starred.
Well, now I'm like, oh my gosh, man, we gotta pivot to something more positive. I'm getting like, you know. But Renata way earlier said Mind Pump are good friends with Jason Khalipa. I wish he would explain the methodology to them better. So this was much earlier in the conversation in regards to people understanding or misunderstanding the methodology broadly, right? So I just strongly agree with that. And I don't understand sometimes some of the conversations that occur on that channel being
Khalipa's.
like his podcast, like those things at times. I like him. Like I've only ever seen positive interactions, whatever. I mean, anyway, I just have confusion, to say the least, about some of those conversations because they seem like there is a misunderstanding taking place for all parties. So I'm like, wait, what? But I don't know. Mind Pump are also guys who got their start at 24-hour fitness.
So WFP is still a good opportunity, right? But so if 100% it is, and it could easily be the feeder and a way for people, but that's not what they wanted. Their statement is, we have the best athletes in the world. And so if the top 10 aren't there, it's going to die. In my opinion,
is that their statement?
Yeah, that's always been their thing, is like, we showcase the best athletes in the world. That's been Will's thing, is we have the best field. We have the best field is always been their shtick. And if they want to sell it, the only way they're going to make money is so the only way they're going to make money is a broadcast.
Kenneth, an opportunity for what?
In huge in-person attendance, which they're not going to get unless they just totally pivot to Europe 100%. And I just don't think there's enough money for people to want to watch the 20th through 50th athlete in the world. And I think it's the only pivot they can make. But if they make that pivot, as far as to be a feeder system or whatever it might be, right? So something to push up the lower athletes that aren't making any money, how are they going to make money? That's the problem. They still need to make money somehow. And if the best athletes in the world aren't there, the views aren't going to come in, right? If Laura and Tia aren't competing against each other there, then no one gives a shit, right? And so I don't know. I think that's what they should have done from the start, and they didn't. And so there's no going. This is what Tyler said on Spin, whatever, 2 nights ago, or maybe it was a week ago. But this is what they should have done from the beginning, right? Has been hey, here's a chance to make a little bit of money in this sort of tour design as you're trying to make it to big sponsors and things like that, right? And there's no way for them. I just don't see any way for this thing to make money unless they can figure out how to put 10,000 people in the stands. But even then, we know it costs millions of dollars to put on an event like this. And 10,000 people in the stands only brings in millions of dollars. It doesn't bring in tens of millions of dollars. And so I just don't think, right, like a G League. But the problem is the G League is funded by the NBA. This is the thing, is so minor leagues are funded by the professional teams. CrossFit's not going to fucking fund the WFP. So I don't know. I just don't see it going anywhere, because I think the money's going to run out, and they just came off on the wrong, on the wrong foot.
I wonder if they would ever pivot to something different instead of like, hey, we have the best athletes in the world. Like if they just don't, right? Then what if they just try to run a really good competition for people who love CrossFit? That would be an altogether different thing, right? But we see many competitions that do extremely well that are not for the elite.
Why do they do extremely well though?
Because they care about the community.
Well, okay. How do they make money?
They have great attendance. I'm sorry, of athletes competing. Right. Correct. Of athletes. Yeah, that's what I meant. A
ton of athletes competing.
Yes.
WFP can't fucking give away spots. Well, they can't even give them away. That's the biggest problem.
There's that.
So,
let's see. Oh, no, that's not the one I want. Let's see. Judy, mind pump guys have evolved, and I could see them being swayed if the right person sat down with them, shocked and disappointed that Khalipa has not done that yet. I just feel like Khalipa. I just love Judy. I don't know. I just don't know right now. I really don't know. I think that there have been moments whenever I've texted you, after I've just watched a specific episode, and I'm like, what the heck, But right this second, nothing is fresh enough in my mind that I can say anything too strongly. I have certainly sat down and listened to conversations on that podcast and come away from them being like, I feel like there was a misunderstanding here. And I don't love that.
It just seems as though when the topic comes up to defend strongly, he's just a fence sitter, like he avoids confrontation. That's my take on it.
Do you think it's that, or do you think it's a lack of understanding? I guess it wouldn't be a lack of understanding.
The guy, he's one of the most successful affiliate owners in our space. Can't be a lack of understanding.
You can own an affiliate and be out of touch with the methodology.
Can you own 50 affiliates and be out of touch with the methodology?
Perhaps.
I don't know. In a growing market like in China, like where a lot of those affiliates were at that point when NorCal was pushing away, he just wanted his own brand, and CrossFit and him didn't jive because of their whole branding and monopoly restrictions that they have. And I can't imagine he doesn't understand the methodology.
I certainly have no idea. I'm hesitant to make strong statements, but I just have questions. How do you feel after Chad?
I wasn't that bad. It was fine. My knees were like a little sore, but I was fine. My calves were the most sore, actually. I went to Bennett. We try and go on a walk every night. And so Tuesday night, I put him in the hiking carrier, like on my back. And I walked and I was like, oh, my calf, or no, I guess that was Wednesday night. So I was like, oh, my calves are really sore.
Yeah. My calves were the only thing that got sore this year, which is great because my hip flexors were talking to me last time. Hey, Coach Tristan says, Khalipa knows the methodology. He is a businessman and knows where there are more eyeballs. Well, at least for the podcast, if you look at the eyeballs on podcasts, there's not there right now that I'm aware of. Anyway. And then I guess Judy says maybe someone like Sousa or Hobart, as far as like having that conversation. Did I miss something in here?
I don't know.
Yeah, listening to them is a good time. They're cool.
So WFP started their own version of a high rock. We are really jumping around, but this is a good.
Yeah, if you were to look at my note sheet right now, you'd be like, "What is happening?" Yeah, I almost want to hold it up, but I don't.
But it may be too late. More and more hybrid races are coming online. It would have been right. Hey, here's another CrossFit competition. It's a series. It's fun. We're going to move it around the game season. You can make a little bit of money, right? That's what they should have done from the start. But again, it's too late. That's not what they anticipated. They wanted to replace it, and it was clear and it was evident. And there's no coming back from that, in my opinion. So, all right, let's try and stay on topic. Come on, Claire, tighten up.
Well, do you want me to take us a different direction that was something that we talking about?
Sure.
By the way, also then I'm just going to round out that with Tristan said, I figured that Mind Pump had a big audience, honestly. And so that was actually not the channel that I'm referencing. I'm looking at it now to see, it looks like they've got 555,000 subscribers on their YouTube channel, and their recent views, video posted less than 24 hours ago, 1.3 thousand views. The one prior to that, a day ago, 11,000 views, 10K views, etc. So that wasn't the channel that I was referencing, but there's some attention there. Chase Ingram video.
Oh yeah, it was so good. I watched it last night.
I love it.
Yeah, it was good.
The fact that they made a video for him, given his history, like, did you know those things about him wearing all the America themed stuff and so on? I mean, you've been around a long time. I've been around not quite as long as you, but for a while.
Yeah, I mean, I knew that's where the Captain America came from.
Okay, so because he would wear those things when he would compete.
We wore it the one time.
No, I mean, the footage that they showed in the video, there was a lot
that year. It was just that whole year through the games.
Okay, yeah, and then I think there were other competitions and years surrounding it where that
was but I mean, like, that was like where it became
the attention. Yeah, right. Yeah. I just thought, as they've, of course, like, do you want to pull up that clip about Brian talking
Oh my God, yes, dude. What the fuck, dude? It's
the timing was
crazy,
bananas to me. Like, I almost wonder, like, I'm just like, was that video for him, like, loaded up and ready, and then it was like, and it's time, or I don't know. When did the conversation where Brian said the whole, like, half the community doesn't care for him or whatever it was, when did that conversation get posted versus when the video for him got posted on the CrossFit channel? I think that one was, anyway, the timing was just wild to me.
Love.
And Chase is a legend.
Hear us talk about this leaderboard. Yeah. Most people who love competitive fitness, they don't even know what's going on the CrossFit Games podcast, because it was gone for so long and now it's back, and half of the world doesn't even care for the guy who's hosting it. But it's like none of these are good things.
I almost feel I got to listen to it again.
Most people who love competitive fitness are never going to hear us talk about this leaderboard. Yeah. Most people who love competitive fitness, they don't even know what's going on the CrossFit Games podcast, because it was gone for so long and now it's back, and half of the world doesn't even care for the guy who's hosting it. But it's like,
I want to say initially it seemed like he wanted to just say they don't know who he is, and then it just came out as they don't like him. Like, it just feels.
Oh, I hear what you're saying. Like, so maybe it was worded incorrectly.
The wrong word.
Yeah.
Maybe. Now, I'm not trying to defend Brian, but, like, what a shit thing to say. But it didn't seem like it was like a malicious dig. Maybe it was. He didn't defend himself in the comments anywhere. Not that he would even have a chance to.
That was literally what I was about to ask.
And
well, does he have access to Dunce's page on his page? I don't know. Like, are they friends on there?
I would assume so. I can't. Okay. I mean,
I don't know. People block one another. I have no idea.
Anyways, Sean. Yeah, I know. But it just didn't seem. It didn't seem like it came off initially as mean, and then, but it is Brian, and my short interactions with him are not. They're just. They haven't been the greatest. And so, yeah, I mean, what the fuck, dude? Get your shit together. Why would you, like, I feel like of all the people in our space, if there's, besides maybe Claire, if there's someone that's more universally liked, it can't be, everyone likes Chase. It's only Claire.
So true.
It's only Claire.
That's not, we can't make that comparison, but thanks. The competition that they were referring to, because now I'm thinking, okay, this is a clip. I did not watch this full conversation. I did only, yeah, Jeremy says I freaking hate Claire.
Fuck her.
We'll start a tally. I really wanted to, like, poke on that too with because Chase's comment about only half the world looks like I need to try harder, challenge accepted. And I definitely wanted to be like, yeah, do better. Yeah, it's just so funny. Anyway, it was a clip, right? It wasn't the full conversation. So we don't have all the context. It feels like a wild take, but also what competition were they referring to? Unrelated to the chase topic. Do you know? No.
Oh, do I know? I have no idea.
Yeah. Just at the very beginning, how they're like, people who love functional or competitive fitness or whatever they said.
Something that had to have just happened.
Kevin says, don't forget Chase was almost canceled. Yes. And that is why it is so freaking cool that CrossFit, which you just have to go watch this video that they put out for Chase. It's like 10 minutes long and it's just a bit of history about him. And in there he references, that like it's important to him to just be authentic. And I think that is exactly, I love that they're leaning back in of like, yeah, sure. He says what he thinks. And sometimes it doesn't resonate with everyone. And great.
I don't know. I forget why was he almost canceled? Was he almost canceled by
I think it wasn't just a phrase that he said on what was it? Does anybody remember?
Yeah, CrossFit will remember for sure.
Yeah, CrossFit, where are you at?
Yeah, tighten up. Oh, well, it was the leaderboard. They were talking about a competition specifically. Where is it?
So Kevin says, aren't they covering Sprague's comp? Yeah. Oh, yes, they did announce that.
Yeah, the mode.
Classic,
we were going to do it, and then I told.
Wait, you were going to do it? What do you mean?
Gucci was. We were talking about doing it.
Oh, cool. Oh, wait, why did you decide against it? Just like time of year?
Yeah. She just needs some not competing time. There's so many competitions right now.
Which I don't know if we've said it. I know you guys posted on the WODprep channel, but she won the Icelandic championship. So she is the Icelandic queen this year, and she is your athlete. Cool. So congratulations.
Oh, yeah, Alex Parker. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, Meredith Root. Yeah.
Wait, was that just in reference to like he actually made comments about something? Yeah.
Probably.
Yes. Whatever that is. What are we doing?
Right.
No.
So Claire can't see the poll unless she's on there, but I made a poll. I said, who likes Claire? Because you can't see it unless you're looking at, if you're actually in YouTube.
Oh no.
73% yes. So we're doing solid.
What's the percentage?
73% so far.
I'll take it. It could literally be anything. And to this point, like this is what's been so fun about doing this show with you was from the jump. The statement was being willing to say the strong opinions that I do have publicly scares me. So let's go. So
they're getting better too. I just can't wait till like our opinions behind closed doors get to start to surface.
Wait, the opinions themselves are getting better or the willingness to share them?
The willingness to share them.
Oh, I thought you were going to say I was just like getting smarter or something. Bummer. Anyway, no, it's good. It's a good thing to be able to lean in and just whatever. So if there is 23, whatever percent, like that's okay.
Mm-hmm. Avera, not a fan of Chase as a CrossFit voice personality. I definitely have gone through my waves over the years. Like there's been times where.
But I want to know why, Avera.
Yeah, probably I would say probably the same. I feel like there at times Chase just says something and it's just a miss like on air, but I think everyone does. You
talk enough and that's going to happen.
Right. Exactly. You do 10 competitions a year and you do the thing. And so,
some of the stuff I say on that floor is ridiculous.
And so, the one thing is he's always getting a lot better. Right. And I think the last couple of years, he's really improved. And I think that's just maybe because, I don't know, just like his mastery of viewing the floor and the flow and those things has just improved over time. You have to understand it's only been 10 years and maybe 12 years, I guess, at this point. 10 or what it said it in there, however long, 14.
It's actually probably been longer because it wasn't like 2010 when he went to the games. And then it was not long after that whenever he started being involved in broadcast. I think it's longer.
Okay. So 12 or 13 then. So
don't quote me on that.
Something like that.
Sure.
you know, from knowing nothing, wearing a tie, right? Like doing the announcing. But yeah, I mean, I think he does a good job.
I love Vicky's. I have a lot of vocal pet peeves, so I can get what Avera is saying, but I have them with every podcast or broadcast. Now I want to know, Vicky, what are the icks?
What are the icks?
What are they? I
not
feel
with
like
our show. I need to know all the other shows, but not with this one. I can't handle that kind of pressure right now.
No, tell him what is he doing? And then what comes up for me is on Savant's, because you listen to Savant as well. It's the burping. Like that one for me. Obviously, it's not enough to not just look right over it, right? But what?
I don't think I ever listen close enough to have those things, because I'm always listening like secondarily to what I'm doing. I'm never just sitting here looking at a podcast ever. It's not even it's a 0% chance that I'm not doing something else. And so I don't think I ever notice any of those things. Sean, there will be a burpee in a workout, and Adrian will be like, dude, Adrian ate for sure. I feel like I don't know. I like Adrian.
He is color.
I know.
And I believe in his approach, he is mindful of attempting to convey to non-CrossFitters what the heck is happening. So it's a tough thing, because I mean, I'm not in that role, right? But I am in the MC role, and it is this balancing act of all. Yeah, it's a lot to dance with, for sure. And I think too, because I think someone said that Sean and Chase at every event, Sean said that would be a dream. Anyway, so I think that having if we only ever had the same thing always, then it would, I guess we would get accustomed to it. And if we like it, that's great. But I don't mind having a little bit of diversity with who we hear at different events too.
I agree. I actually like Chase as color better than Adrian.
Okay.
To be honest, even though Adrian is like certainly Adrian currently coaches. Chase doesn't. Chase hasn't actually written program design in a long time, but Adrian does it consistently. And I don't know. I feel like Adrian's a little out of touch with some things. I just feel like he doesn't quite nail it very often. He does okay, and not saying I could do better. I just looking at it, and we've talked about this. I feel like he says some things that are a full miss as far as assessing an athlete or a workout in its time. And I don't know. I mean, Adrian's great, because I think he's a great influence to our space overall. And he's a great voice in our space. I just don't know. I think that Chase is a better color commentator for sure.
Also, Bill is by far the best, but he's been banned. Bill is so good. Bill is fun to work with. Angela and Rich did a good job on commentary on that one. I'm also loving that we even have this many.
Function? Who is this? Tell me I had a miss. Hell's wrong. I never have a miss.
Oh, maybe it's just about your opinion about Adrian.
It is. I know. No, yeah. I know. Well, I know what it's about.
Guess you're wrong. Then that's how that works.
It is. That's what I thought.
Is it?
Yeah.
Cool. What's up, Jan? Yeah, I don't know. I love that we even have this many people that we can just throw out there. This is fun. And then also just that enough of us care. Like this is just proof that like this little ecosystem is pretty freaking cool. We can sit here and talk about all the athletes and whatever, and then we can flip around, and we have so many personalities at this point online that we're like really attached to or really dislike or whatever.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I think that's the point. I mean,
Hey, pull this off the screen.
Oh yeah, sorry. I'm tired of staring at his face.
Just
I think you can do that too. You can hit the thing on the bottom.
Oh yeah, you're probably right.
Help me. Help me. Okay? Help me, Claire.
Okay.
I mean, I feel the same with NFL and all other sports. There's certain people I enjoy listening to, and there's others that if they're announcing, I'm like, man, I might not watch this game I might mute the game. I'm like, I just hate hearing them like suck Mahomes' dick the entire game. It's like, well, he's got 3 interceptions. He's not that great today. Just tell him it's okay to say he stinks. But some people just won't do it, and others will, and I think that's appropriate. Oh yeah, let's see how the vote is. 81%, 23 votes, 83%.
I'm winning more over.
That's right.
We should flip it and do a poll for you.
No, it's going to be total 0. But all right, we'll do it.
No, actually, that would be really funny. Let's do it.
All right,
We've had enough of mine.
76%.
Let's cap it when it's growing.
76%.
Then
do another one.
The announcer stuff. Random. I think it'd be so cool to be like a WWE ring announcer. That'd be crazy.
That's what I want to see. I really want to see more passion in it. Just as it's going, right? Yep. Like that's the.
You're saying from people in our space with our sport.
Correct.
Got it.
In the moment, like whoever's announcing, right? I want it to be loud, and I want it to be emotional, and yeah, everyone, even on both sides, right? Color and play-by-play, like color can. I don't know. I feel like there can just be more, like gusto, like just more, you know. So.
Also, unrelated to any of that, the Service Cup is going on this weekend.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And I did not listen to all of it yet, but Shut Up and Scribble was on last night, I think. And they, in the very beginning, talked about the fact that it's, I guess, one team per different, like one for police, one for fire, etc.
Yeah, I have no idea how it works.
Anyway, I think that was the idea, is that actually it's, instead of having a bunch of different teams for fire specifically and having a bunch of different teams for police, it's actually just one from each. And that's pretty cool. So anyway, for those of us that don't know much,
compete against each other.
I think so.
Like, so it's like, so
this is purely what I pulled from not listening to an entire conversation, but that is my understanding, and it makes me more curious.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So you make it as an individual as the top 2, and then you get on a team, and then you compete against the other professions.
I think the teams are larger than 2.
I think isn't it just 2 like same sex?
I suppose we could pull it up.
No idea.
And don't you guys love whenever I say I suppose we could pull it up?
I know.
There's the we is actually just
Claire literally can't figure out how to hit the plus button.
Okay, fine. Do you want me to do it?
No, it's fine. I'll do it. It's okay.
No, but really I should. It's just because I'm on a laptop and I know you have multiple screens. And so your pace to get the thing done is going to be faster than mine. But really, I'm really relying on you here.
Here are the workouts, but we got to figure out the. Do you think Community Cup's coming back? I think it's going to die. I don't think it comes back.
Didn't they say they're going to kill it?
I think it was in the initial timeline, and then Dave
dropped it.
I think so. Like when they announced it like a month ago, it was there, and I don't think it's there anymore.
Does anybody else know? I do not. I do not know.
I don't really know how to find it.
Oh man, there's another one. Oh, okay. While you're doing that, then we could also just address Ariel Lowen posted a video about her Rogue recap, and through that it seemed pretty like apparent that it wasn't a severe injury by any means. She just had her low back blew up and it just caused her problems, but it's not something that she's worried about, was kind of the gist there. So, because I know that was something that we had talked about being curious about. And of course, when everyone was watching that burpee workout, it was like, what is happening? And I guess it just blew up.
Here's how it works. So the first place in any division gets the invite. and then they can select one partner that competed in that same occupation as a team. So it's team of 2.
Cool.
And then,
so then would that be 2 females on a team, 2 males on a team from the same?
I think so.
Okay. Yeah, we have things to learn about this.
50%, by the way.
Wait, what? Oh, your dislike?
50%.
Yes. Hey.
That's all right. Just because we said it.
I think I would really like to bake into that the sexes. So how many men dislike, how many women dislike. That would be fun to also have that.
100% all the guys hit dislike in this current form and situation.
You think so?
Without a doubt. No one is answering.
You do coach almost exclusively female athletes. So there is that.
Yep.
But you're great with them. You guys work well together. The service cup. Is there a page specifically dedicated to it?
Yeah. I'm on. I think this is it right here. All right.
I meant on social media.
Division supporter leaderboard. That's of the actual leaderboard advancement. First place from each will advance, will compete, select a partner, maybe the athlete, for example. First place firefighter can invite the second place finisher or co-worker that finished 10th. The selected partner will not undergo video review. Only athletes who perform all will be eligible to advance. I'm assuming it's male and female. I can't imagine it's not. Yep. Male and female finishers. Yep. All right, cool. That's neat.
Yeah. I want to know more about where we can actually, I think that Jenny is there and was going to try to live stream what she could or something like that. So maybe that would be a place to check. Cause I don't where can we see more of what's happening is my question that I just don't know.
I would guess it's on the Mayhem channel if it's anywhere.
Yeah.
Whoa. Don't want that. I'm going to guess it's on the Mayhem channel if it's anywhere.
Okay.
Mode classic. Yeah, those workouts are out. Should we look?
Shop and Scribble did a video or whatever about it last night. Do you want to look? It is your shtick. Thanks to taking the level 3, I have done a lot more assessing of.
Oh yeah, you need to write me a workout. Isn't that the gist? Didn't someone say that? Ed said that.
Yeah. I could.
I have full faith that you can.
One workout in isolation. What are we doing? I can. That's fine.
Yeah, that was exactly what it was. Jedi mind tricks. So, I don't know. I'm just trying to reference Avera's question. So workout 1, 8-minute AMRAP, 10 deadlifts, lunges, front squats. So basically like a DT-esque AMRAP. That's fun.
What was the question?
It was to the effect of they're all barbell or heavy.
Oh yeah, you said something about a hybrid, whatever with it.
Yeah. So 2 scores, total reps, highest lift. All right. Workout 2. Burpee box jump over, burpee box jumps, not overs, which are so much worse. Dual dumbbell hang snatch. A lot of hinging. And then an aerobic AMRAP 15 into 2 rounds. Total reps. I don't even understand how this is. Oh, 3. Oh, got it. It's an AMRAP 15, 3, 2, 1, and then you come back through. Oh, max F. I understand. Interesting. That's a fun design. It's a very low amount of double unders though. Kind of arbitrary, maybe until here. Not enough double unders.
Okay.
In my opinion. But good. It's a gymnastics workout. It's a row power workout and a gymnastics workout. Everyone will be unbroken here, maybe 2 sets, and then turns into a gymnastics piece at the end with how much time, but really heavy into the row. Row is going to take substantially longer than everything else. So it's very row power heavy. qualifier. This isn't though. This is going to eat people up. This is a low back explosion. But yeah,
the weights are moderate though. They look pretty light.
Yeah, it's all light, and then a clean, no overhead, anything. I wouldn't consider this. This is a hinge pattern, not a shoulder fatigue paired with the burpee box jump. And then double unders, again, an arbitrary number, in my opinion. Gymnastics volume, but not a lot of volume for these guys for the highest level. I mean, it's very heavy, strong power-based workout, you know, like look who wrote it. Yeah, I mean, this is like, you know, things that he would do good at. Yeah, it's good. I mean, I haven't sat and really stared at it yet, but Vera, I don't understand the question. Help me help you. All right. Classic mode. People are people. Never understood. Never heard what CJ stands for. Oh, that's my first name legally.
Do we want to pull up the Wilder post?
Sure.
We don't have to.
It
was funny because I saw it. I think Tristan, maybe it was Tristan's post, and there we go. It was Tristan's post of it. So I saw it, and then I go to the comment section, and they're like, "Well, CJ's mad." So
okay,
that's fine.
Okay, here we go.
All right, I usually let most things I see on the internet fly, but I had to address this one. First of all, I'm a big fan of Adrian Mundweiler. At the CrossFit Games, he was one of my favorite athletes to watch. I love his Instagram content, but I cannot get behind doing the Olympic lifts with bands. I think bands should be reserved for back squats, deadlifts, bench press, things like that, when you can add them as an accommodating resistance stimulus to increase the rate of force development. The Olympic lifts at the end of the day are already basically all dependent on rate of force development. So you're constantly training that stimulus when you're doing the Olympic lifts. And it's just more effective for most athletes to train the Olympic lifts properly with good variation, power, traditional lifts, positional work, blocks, hang, all that stuff, because you're always going to be working on your rate of force development. And you can train that by lifting more intensely.
How many times can you say rate of force development in one post, Tristan?
With the bar, and not having to break out the odd bells and whistles like bells and things like that, or not bells, bands and things like that, that kind of make it already harder to perform the lift with good technique and will have a certain injury risk associated with it. So bands for the Olympic lifts, I don't think is a good take for most athletes in their training. Back squats, all that stuff, 100% get after it with the bands.
All right. So the gist was Adrian posted that he started using bands for his Olympic lifts and got stronger and got faster on his Isabel time and had a bigger squat. Okay. And so I said, silly, stupid, sad, because Adrian.
When you put that together, what is happening in your brain?
Well, I was going to put silly, stupid, and I was like, I need another S word. So I just wrote sad.
So not much, guys. This is literally how this man texts.
And so
it makes no sense.
It doesn't need to. Neither does this post. Right. This post doesn't make sense to fucking put a band on a explosive lift that is technically challenging. Okay. Right?
Yeah.
Putting bands in squats because it improves your rate of force development is fine. It's great. Right? Increase the load at the strongest points of your lift, decrease the load at the weakest points of your lift. That's the whole purpose of bands and chains and things, in external resistance factors during a lift. But a squat and a deadlift aren't that technically challenging. Bar's just going to go up. You just stand or you don't stand and you fail the lift. There's a lot of factors and a lot of coaching points and a lot of things to think about and a lot of technicality in a snatch or a clean or a jerk. And I just think it's a dumb thing to do. It's silly. I was just going to put silly and stupid. And then I was like, I need a third word. And so he commented somewhere. Oh, here. Funny thing is, I started using bands and my power clean and power snatch jumped by 10 kilos. That's a lot of weight. PR'd my Isabel by 15 seconds. Irrelevant. 100% irrelevant to bands, just to be clear. That's probably because he practiced Isabel and everyone did it 1,000 times last year and he just got better at it. Let's just be clear.
Mm-hmm.
Would I use them to max out? No. Would I use them for power work and barbell cycling? Yes. Okay. That's the reason I said it. There's a right way. Well, he was already strong, which means that he probably is already a hyper responder to strength things. Aerobic people can get more aerobic pretty easily. Strong people can usually get strong pretty easily. John Young. John Young looks at a barbell and he's like, you know what? I'm going to clean 400 for the first time in my life. And then he just does an 8-week program and he does it. That shit is not common. And that does not happen to most people, no matter what training plan you are on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
At all. And so some people are just strong. Adrian's most likely in that. So whatever he would have done in that time frame
would have been beneficial.
Most likely would have given him, take away the bands, do the exact same protocol, maybe squat with your bands, and I bet you have almost the same exact results. To say that someone who is a hyper responder to a certain training design or a certain modality, that this new way of training is the only reason why I got better and got stronger is what we consider a post hoc fallacy. And it's basically that this result is directly related to this one thing, assuming that we're in a vacuum, and we're not in a vacuum. And there's a lot of other factors that play a role, right? So to say I did this and had this response and it was only because of this, it's impossible to say that because it's not a controlled trial, right?
Yeah. And on the flip side, if you take an action and you get a result, then you're probably going to blame the action for the result, even if a different action would have also still yielded a similar result.
Which is why rehab does so well and can charge all the money they want, because they just assume someone was in pain, they went in and they went boop, 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 and then they're better. And now they're like, oh, they only did that because of me and my magic fucking hands. And that's just not how that shit works at all.
Okay.
And so
I agree. It's just the audible.
Am I a hyper responder to bullshit? Yes, I am yes. Bullshit really gets me to respond aggressively.
So then I think it was funny to watch you get after it in the comments here. And then I just agree. I think purely from yet again, like this is such a technical thing in and of itself, Olympic weightlifting. And then adding, like, we just have to weigh out the pros and cons of, is there an effective way for me to train this that has less risk? Like, I think the risk factor for me was definitely, I was like, I'm good.
Yeah, it's silly. It's just silly. That's just it. It's silly. Sure, it worked for you. Was it the only thing? Probably not. There's probably a lot of other factors. And for you to show this to the world as an influencer or whatever you are on Instagram, some dum-dum is going to be like, oh, my snatch sucks. I snatch under body weight, and now I'm going to put fucking bands on it and see how it goes. So.
Right. That's the point that I think is very worth making. If you are very proficient and relatively strong, then you're probably going to be fine if you start adding bands or whatever, maybe, right? Yeah. But if we're not those things.
Did you send me? Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. Did you send me this about Marcus Philly?
No.
You didn't send me anything about Marcus Philly? Okay,
no, I saw something.
Someone did. Marcus Philly said that High Rocks is the best way to train.
I saw something about that, but I haven't gone and looked.
I was like, what? It was just so crazy, right? He's fallen off the deep end. He frustrates me. I like functional bodybuilding. I think it's a great training design. It's fun. It's nice.
I like Marcus and his wife.
But he has recently really hopped on the back of like aggressively pushing further and further away from CrossFit.
Okay. So this is, to me, a good example of, this is the fitness industry. This is what happens in the fitness industry. And we do live in this little microcosm of it that is CrossFit, that does less cringy shit. you know. However, as soon as you broaden your horizon to the fitness industry and what people are posting, it's absolutely insane. For example,
you can do it. Pull it up on your computer.
Okay,
hit
hold
the
on.
little plus button.
I sent something to you, I think.
All right.
Did I?
Let me find it.
Hold on.
Oh, I definitely want his gym though.
Oh no, I saved it. That's static, girl. I saved it. Okay, cool. Getting
Was that
there.
an inner monologue of like congratulating yourself?
Absolutely. That's exactly what that was. Just out loud. Okay, boom. There it is. You can pull that up.
Cross.
Dude, that dude looks like Superman.
Congratulations, dude.
Good Lord. That dude looks insane.
Does he look, wait, stop. Does he look that dissimilar from an elite CrossFitter? Maybe has a different ratio of his size of his waist. But other than
his waist is pretty, for someone who probably is in some form of fitness figure bodybuilding, his waist is actually really big.
I would agree.
He's very
But
dense.
what else differentiates that physique from one that you would see at an elite level?
Nothing. He looks exactly like
an elite CrossFitter.
Yeah.
Okay. Move on.
Yeah, he is. He does. What's the? I just went blank. What's the Australian's name? Royce.
Ricky?
He looks just like Royce, except tan.
Okay.
Reminds me of Royce. Anyway.
It can't be Ricky because his traps aren't.
So I suppose only keep listening if you want a body like mine. CrossFit is great.
Do you think he's breathing? You think he's flexing the entire? Has to be, right? There's no way he's relaxed.
Maybe he had a.
If you want to get better at CrossFit, CrossFit is great if you want to be part of a community. And CrossFit is also great if you want to be disliked by the rest of the fitness community. CrossFit is not the most optimal way to build muscle, training like a bodybuilder is. CrossFit is also not the best way to stay pain-free, training like a bodybuilder is. And CrossFit is not the best way to get strong, training like a powerlifter is. So if you want to focus on aesthetics and look better, then train like a bodybuilder. If you want to focus on strength and get stronger, then train like a powerlifter. And if you want a combination of both, then train like a power builder, which is what I do. And if you want to focus on...
I used to call myself a power builder before CrossFit.
Stop. You
I did. Well, here, listen, and
okay.
I'll listen.
Sorry.
Fucking slow your shit. And all it was I trained the big three for strength and I did everything else for aesthetics.
Which is great.
Yeah, it's fine.
Super effective. Two people said that.
Too slow, CrossFit. Too slow. I think it's
I don't know that you finished the video, but basically we got there. Okay, cool.
On being a CrossFitter, then train like a CrossFitter. CrossFit will not get you a body like mine.
That's not even true. So just to be clear.
Point of bringing this up was literally just that, like, this is the fitness industry. Like, as soon as we leave our little bubble of like the videos that we have a tendency to be suggested are like, I don't know, at least for me, women doing cool feats in a CrossFit gym and focusing on being stronger and more capable rather than her waist ratio or whatever. And I'm not saying that you can't think about those things or anything like that, right? But like, the dude created the video to get 4,070 likes and 1,357 shares, et cetera. Like, the point of this is like, this is the industry. It's just, hey, how can I say just the right thing to be just triggering enough to whatever? And so of course I actually commented, and then it was like, congratulations on the engagement, because you did it. You did what you set out to do. So a lot of content is created with the intention of engagement, which is fine, right? I mean, even Hiller, right? Like, he's like, yeah, most subscribers, that's the goal. But at the risk of, this is an example of like, what value did you add? I guess that's the frustrating thing for me, is like, what did we get from that?
I think,
other than divisiveness.
I mean, in his eyes, if you don't do CrossFit and you are in the fitness space, you don't like it. Like, you don't just don't like it. You actively disagree with most of the assumed premise of it.
Majority, not all. I think a lot of people have some level of respect for it that don't do it. And then there are those that choose to present as judgment because they are unwilling to be humbled by it. But anyway, yeah.
And it's just the black sheep in fitness. But the one thing that it has done, and we know, and most people can't argue, is, and maybe not from the male side, but it revolutionized female training.
Oh, absolutely.
And maybe not from the male side, like men squatted and deadlifted and powerlifting and things like that. But the one thing that, like, just from purely into the fitness industry, that was totally unique and no one can argue with, it put barbells in females' hands, and it really opened the door to allow females to become muscular, and not like, it changed how we view, maybe not how we view, but how a lot of society views women in becoming more muscular, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it just did. It was not a thing. I remember in middle school, girls would be worried about like the thigh gap thing, right? Like, that was a thing.
Sure.
It was a real thing. In 2002, 2003, right? When I was in middle school, that was still a thing. Now it's not even, and a lot of that comes on the back of women in CrossFit and squatting and like putting a barbell in their hands and lifting weights and not being scared about being not skinny and gaining muscle, and it just, that whole aesthetic acceptance from society has started to really shift.
Yeah. That makes me think to then plug Maddie, her video that for Tier. Yeah. Because of course,
So good.
It was Maddie Rogers. Anyway, just they did a video that was really, really good, and it talked about her whole athletic journey. And I think, wasn't it CrossFit that put a barbell in her hand first?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And then that pulled her to Olympic weightlifting. And then how many thousands of girls openly, happily share that her influence got them to pick up a barbell.
Oh yeah. Maddie is the female weightlifting, like, queen, the pioneer. She's the pioneer, right? Is she the best weightlifter female? No, she's not.
Olivia
she was
Reed
for a
squatting
long
500.
time, and this is where I was going with this. Maddie is the only reason Olivia fucking exists.
Has Olivia said that that's who inspired her to start?
No, but it doesn't. It might not be directly, but Olivia was in CrossFit. Olivia got barbells, and women's weightlifting grew because of Maddie. Right. And there's no question about it. Right. Maddie was the first influencer. Here, continue talking. My family's here. So watch Bennett. Give me 2 seconds.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I think pulling up that clip, I'm like, wow, I need to chill out. But the point of that was just like, I think that we exist in this beautiful bubble. And then when we exit out of it, so much of the content on the internet regarding fitness is just chaotic and unfortunate and not actually adding value. And so I think Avera said up above, do you think that content like that is about what you get or what the content maker gets? And obviously I think it's about what the content maker gets, but the problem is it is effective in, it gets a lot of attention, and then you have a lot of consumers that truly don't know which way is up. And so they're just inundated with gobbledygook, right?
I love how that's like a staple.
I know. Every time I try to write it, I'm like, I don't know what are these words? How do you
what are Nebraska circuits? I know what IWT is. Now I have to look up Nebraska circuit. Am I learning something today about programming?
Vicky, yeah, that clip triggered me a little. Thanks, Vicky. Okay.
Someone teach me what a Nebraska circuit is.
I don't know.
Tristan, teach me.
I feel like this is a sports reference that I'm just not going to get.
Well, it's a training design. IWT is a style of training. It's called interval weight training. And basically it's like on the clock, you do like a power lift, and then you do, or a strength lift, then you do a power lift, and then you do some basic conditioning.
Hey, I have a question.
What's up?
Unrelated to any of that. What's your favorite workout that you did this week?
Oh, I did it yesterday. It's like the thing I do all the time when I don't have a lot of time.
Okay.
It's 10 rounds, anywhere from 200 to 250 meter row, 5 bench press.
Nice. What's the weight on the bench?
This week I did 165, which is for sure the most I've ever done doing this workout. Usually it's
And
like
it was just for time?
Yeah, it's like, and the goal is to just row at a certain pace. And then I had a little bit extra time, so I went right into 10 rounds of 200 meter ski, 5 chin ups as well.
I love it. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
great.
165. So I'm finally, so I have 2 torn labrums. Both my shoulder labrums are torn, and so bench press, I benched a lot in college, but I was never very good. And so when I started CrossFit, almost hitting body, I'm like 180, maybe 185. It was for 5. Anyways, but I've gone through phases where I can't bench at all. Snatching, muscle ups, and my shoulders, like, you got to choose one, buddy. And so I just didn't bench for a long time. And now since I don't do muscle ups anymore, I don't snatch very often, I can bench and my shoulder feels fine, which is nice because I like to bench press. I've always liked to bench press. I've just never been worth a shit at it. And so it's nice to be able to do it at least a little bit and not feel absolutely terrible after a session. So
maybe someday you can look like that guy.
That's my goal. I have a very, very like lopsided. I'm pretty sure after my stroke when I was 20, my right side just does not develop and contract the same on the left, because like my chest, my arm, my right arm, my right forearm are a quarter to a half inch smaller than my left, and my right chest is significantly smaller than my left. I work on it. I do a lot of flies. You know what I mean? Like a lot of single arm flies. It's all right.
You could.
I've never tried peptides.
Jimmy, bench was always Jimmy's toughest. I mean, obviously, he still would manage to get it up nice and high enough to perform at a high level. I realize what I said, but anyway, we're just gonna keep moving. Cool. All right. So, have you ever tried peptides? That was actually another topic that we could have gone into, but I think we won't.
Oh my God.
I'm glad you enjoyed that.
That was fantastic. Let's see.
His dumbbell bench or incline press is bananas.
I know. I've seen him strict press hundos, like 110s.
Yeah.
I was like, right when I don't think we were even, this was way before. It was like maybe right when we first became friends and followed you on Facebook or what, Facebook, Instagram. And I saw Jimmy and I was like, man, those weights look kind of big. And I just assumed they were like 70s or 80s, and they were like 110s or 120s. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, get some.
Yeah, lifting with him is hilarious because I feel like I'm a relatively strong person. And then if we play that whole like 70, 66, 70%, whatever rule for men to women, whatever, we can't apply those things when I go lifting with Jimmy. Like, he's going to lift just so much more weight on everything that I'm going to get close to. It's pretty fun. But it depends, because then there's all sorts of things where he's just focusing on a ton of tension and so on. And then he'll happily go pick up the 10s or 15s. Right. And I love that. By the way, CrossFit really just makes me laugh. I really appreciate CrossFit. Life is basically The Last of Us running away from fungus. Just that.
Have you seen the show?
So, oh yeah, it's a great show.
Okay.
Yeah. It's really funny though.
But what's his Fran time?
So true.
Yeah, what's Jimmy's Fran time?
Ooh, guys, we really should. Man, if only he was susceptible to peer pressure. He's just really not. See if I could talk him into it. I don't know.
Maybe like everyone. At some point, peer pressure will get you, but like it's got to be a volume. You know what I mean? It's got a lot of people, not just like one person.
It needs to be presented in a way that it is aligned and will somehow push him closer to his goals.
Right.
which obviously like we can agree that it would be useful.
Hey, Goldberg did Fran every day. That's how he got the way that he looks.
He literally knows him personally and has trained with him many times, and it's just not the case. But yeah, guys, I love this. I mean, we're on the right track of like figuring out how to sell this.
It's funny.
But no.
I mean, he did say variance is important. And
what, Jimmy?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. His little rant the other day. I was so happy he did that. I wish he did more of it. Anytime you actually go listen to him talk on a podcast or anything like that, it's like his level of thinking when speaking about training is on it's elite for sure. Yeah. And so that was fun that I could direct you there and be like, here's, especially since the first time we had a conversation where you like thought that he and I had really dumb ideas about training. And I was like, brother, you have not been paying attention. Anyway.
Seth Rollins does do CrossFit. He trains, Danny's trained him for forever.
Yeah. And the thing with
him for forever.
The thing with Jimmy too is like, if you look at some of his training, like you could easily, like, that's why I tell people all the time, like I could call him that easily if you look at what he does, but he really enjoys training alone. And so that the like class structure just does not speak to him.
Yeah.
Yep.
I can resonate with that. I mean, I do enjoy class.
I'm a golden retriever of a human.
You're a community lifter for sure.
It's obnoxious.
I remember this. Yep. It's certainly a mix, but
what is that?
That's what's his Seth's fitness program?
Oh, really? Oh, with Joshy G.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cool.
All right, fam's here. I gotta roll. I gotta wake Bennett up. I have to do this work thing. Unfortunately, this doesn't pay any bills, so I gotta go do the things that pay bills. What are you doing today?
I'm going to go train a couple of girls are dropping into the affiliate today. So I'll go meet them, train with them, and then I have client call. And then I will be in a vision casting 2026 goal setting thing after that today.
CrossFit, you're more than welcome to join the nerd crew between me and Tristan, by the way.
Yeah, you just have to out yourself.
You can join us. You can even just join via text, and you don't have to say who you are. I would accept this. Just saying.
Wait, CrossFit didn't say he wants to be in your club.
I'm telling him he can be in the club. Well, he wants to. He does want to be in the club. I can feel it. That's the only reason why he brought that up.
CrossFit, do you want to be in the club? Also, shout out Jeremy.
Thanks, Jeremy.
Paying your bills.
That's right.
$5 at a time. You're not invited, Claire. Relax. Hey, who said I wanted to be there? You guys can bro out. I'll be over here. It's fine.
I think Claire's allotment in total time of me is capped at 3 hours a week. So we've hit that limit.
I am capable of sitting and listening to your long-winded storytelling at rates that are genuinely remarkable to me.
Are my stories that long-winded?
Sometimes.
Are they?
Not necessarily on here, but it's sometimes, yes. A lot of details. They're good stories. I listen. But I'm just saying there's more of that than maybe, yeah. It's not a bad thing. It's funny. It's unique. It's not a bad thing.
Are they as long-winded as Ben's?
That's I literally had this conversation with Ben yesterday.
What?
Well, about
who tells longer stories?
No. About your long storytelling.
Oh man,
that's really tough because he can get into them too. Maybe is that actually just like a thing for? Now I feel like I'm drawing unnecessary lines for sexes. Like, do men need to, if they're going to tell a story, do they need to like more completely tell it, or am I just totally fabricating that? I probably am.
I would say it's usually the reverse.
Okay.
And to be honest,
do I do long storytelling?
No, but you're not a big sharer. Me and Ben are big sharers. I think it's more of a personality trait of how open we are with sharing our life with people and our past experiences. And you have obviously, like, we know each other's past, but the way that you express them is not dismissive, but like this is it. I've moved on. And you don't like really dig into the nuances of those things. You kind of like skip over those sort of detail things for whatever reason that is.
Yeah.
Whether that's like you just don't want to revisit it or whatever, you want to get to the point of like, this was me at this point and here's this thing, instead of really diving into the specifics. Probably not things that I don't want to elaborate any further on screen. Maybe I'll tell you off.
Wait, for me or?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm looking at the comments now because I'm just like getting other people's. I know you said you had to go. So men like to embellish. My wife hates it when I don't come home with more details. Details are important in stories. I'm really just collecting information. It has a long, Claire is more of a long talk about things to intro something. Person. I don't know. I do feel like I run long-winded sometimes, but I don't know. Not necessarily about personal stories. But also I feel like I just throw things out there that are like something like traumatic from the past. Like I'll just like, whoop, and then I'm like, oh, anyway, moving on.
Right. Yes. I won't do that. I mean,
and so
I'll
I don't need to tell a long
exactly.
story
Like, I'll
about
talk
it.
about the past,
but I
most
probably
of my past has a big story.
Yeah. And whereas like I'll just like give like a 1 or 2 sentence about it, and it's like, oh, there was a lot there, and then I'm
Right.
on to the next, and it's probably really jarring, and I really shouldn't do that. But anyway, it's fine.
Exactly.
That's also just really not funny.
No, it's not funny. Like one time I drank heroin through a fire hose. All right, you guys want to go work out later? It's like, what?
That reminds me, one time I heard a story about somebody shooting up their father's ashes on accident. Isn't that a crazy one?
Way to finish on that one.
So crazy.
Oh man. All right. Good stuff. That was a great show. All right, guys, enjoy the weekend. I don't know if there's any fitness on. I have CEUs all weekend, 12 hours live.
What is that for? Is that
my that other thing that I have?
Oh, for being a PT.
That whole license and PT thing.
Oh, well, I hope it's somewhat entertaining or something.
No, it's gonna be terrible. No, there is a nutrition one, which I'm interested in.
That will be good. Yeah, let's
like macros for weight loss from like a healthcare perspective.
Take notes on that, please, because then we can just like butt it up against our. Please take notes on that. We could talk about that next week. Yeah, it'd be great. I'm really curious what they have to say about it.
Yep. All right.
Okay, thanks.
Enjoy. See you guys.
Have a great day, guys. It's good to see you.